So at the front is Jasper on the right playing Atarka Red, and he's facing off against is this Cole
That
Abernathy.
would be Cole Abernathy. We're going to head on back to the rear feature match table, which has Adam and Wesley.
I'm sorry, Jasper is playing against Eric Flickinger.
Okay.
4-color rally.
So we have Adam and Wesley. Adam is on the left here, starting off with a Warden of the First Tree. Wesley C has opened on a Canopy Vista. So, yep, Adam's starting early, putting the Warden to a 3-3, and then just passing the turn back after 3 damage to Wesley.
Looks like we don't have Adam's deck list.
Interesting. That is less than ideal. We do have Wesley's here, and I believe Craig has it on his phone, so he can just grab Adam's deck list. The old hanger back for 1.
It's usually how it starts.
I like this. This Warden of the First Tree has a warrior token behind it to indicate that it is indeed a warrior. It has been upgraded. That's actually a pretty clever, upgrade there. Oh, I like this Anafenza, especially pre-combat, because now if Wesley was tempted to block for any reason, that hangerback walker would not die. It would be simply exiled.
Yep.
And no third land drop from Wesley. Oh, okay, so he does have, okay. It looked like he was actually missing a land drop there, but he did not. He does have his Bloodstained Mire into Swamp.
Yeah, usually the way these games play out, they'll just kind of play out these threats that don't do a whole lot in the beginning. Like you play this 1-1 Warden of the First Tree, 1-1 Hangerback Walker, not really doing much. But then you start making the Hangerback Walker bigger every turn,
Yeah.
and he starts being a legitimate threat with a huge bonus if he dies. And the Warden starts getting bigger and bigger. First he's a 3-3, then he's lifelink, then he's an 8-8. So the games kind of start out a little unassuming, but both of them are kind of doing the thing that they're trying to do.
And there's Wesley C with the Duress in hand. We see that he has 4 main deck Duress, interestingly enough. He also has 4 Kolagons command. Interesting. Yeah, I've had a feeling Crackling Dam. As soon as Wesley passed with 3 mana up and Adam had an Anafenza in play, I could see the Crackling Doom in the distance.
So there's this Warden. It might be the case that Adam is just looking to level up the Warden, or nope. Here's the plan B, or I guess plan A, Siege Rhino. Siege Rhino is one of those cards that it's just like, if you have 4 mana and you're not in dire need to cast something other than Siege Rhino, usually just cast Siege Rhino. And that looks like that's exactly what Adam did. And from Wesley's side, he now has a Thopter token from the Hangerback Walker. And he knows that Adam doesn't really have much going on. He has an Heir of the Wilds and a Vent in hand, a Shambling Vent. And so now if Wesley wants to do something, he knows that the coast is pretty clear unless Adam draws something relevant. I haven't had a look at Wesley's hand. Have you seen it?
I saw the Duress, and I think that's, oh, the Duress is gone. Yeah, I don't actually remember any of the other cards in hand. Secret of the Way, Hangerback Walker. Oh, it's second Duress. Okay, so there was another Duress in there.
Which there's no target in Adam's hand, so it's going to stay in his hand for a little bit.
What do you think about Hangerback Walker? Was that card a mistake? You think it's just right?
A mistake? What do you mean,
like
to play it?
No, just having like a such a versatile colorless creature that can be put into any deck.
No, I mean, like, it doesn't go into every deck,
Okay.
So it's fine. I like that they print creatures that are good enough in that regard.
Okay.
I think too often it's the reverse.
I usually get reluctant when there's a creature that can just easily fit into so many archetypes.
Yeah, whereas I get the opposite. I get
You're like, oh,
excited
good.
when a creature can fit into my white deck.
That's fair. Okay, so from yeah, all right. I get what you're saying here.
All right, so it looks like Wesley's perfectly happy making this trade 2 for 1. And Adam also is happy making this trade,
Another
putting
Warden?
Wesley down to 5.
Oh, there are the wilds.
There's the air, and there's the Shambling Vent
That's
that everyone knew about. We knew about, Wesley knew about, Adam knew about.
everyone. Thank you, Duress. There's an Utter End. Looks like Utter End, Seeker of the Way, Hangerback Walker, and Duress are the cards for Wesley.
Yeah, and he's probably going to try to utter end that Siege
Siege
Rhino.
Rhino.
The problem is Adam will be able to attack him down to
put him-
1.
Yeah, that's pretty dangerous.
And so when you have 2 threats that are each posing lethal, then he could go Seeker Hangerback.
Well, the other thing is if Adam just draws another Siege Rhino, he's dead.
Yes. That is accurate.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty good position for Adam right here because he's definitely on the offensive, and Wesley just has to react to what Adam has. And obviously, you know, with Wesley not doing anything, he's definitely going to utter end the Siege Rhino, but he has to do it pre-combat. Okay, so Adam just says, I'm going to attack for 4. You're going to kill the Siege Rhino. You're going to go to 1. Not ideal. Adam's like, all right, that's all I got. I'll put you to 1. Now I have 2 threats. Now Wesley has to deal with 2 different...
Oh, and another Shambling Vent.
Yeah, Wesley has to deal with 2 different threats right now from Adam. Crackling Doom will take care of 1, but he does not have the mana to play 2 different answers.
No, he can play a Seeker and a Hangerback. That's
Walker.
it. That's his only thing he can do here.
That buys him a turn.
Yep, chump block.
And then a chump block with a token
Well,
and a
it's a
Crackling Doom
trade.
buys him another turn.
The Seeker trades with the air, and
we'll
you can
see.
chump block the Shambling Vent.
Adam could draw like Dramoka's Command or Abzan Charm. Adam
Well,
does have
the
4
Abzan Charm
2 Dramoka's Command, or
won't
Silk Grab,
allow him to activate the vent unless he
or
has another
Murderous
land.
Cut. I'm going to keep going.
Yeah, cut can work, command can work, Abzan Charm cannot work. Silk Wrap would work.
Yeah, Adam, he has a lot of answers. I don't think we saw what he drew, though. Adam's thinking over his options here. What is the best way to crush you? Is it Abzan Charm? Nope, Siege Rhino. Oh, okay, I was like, Siege Rhino? Are you slow rolling it, Adam?
Wondering what he's doing here. Why he plays Gideon pre-combat.
Oh, because if he makes an emblem? Nah, he didn't make an emblem, though. Interesting, no attacks. Do you think he should have attacked there?
Well, not that he should have attacked. What he's thinking is, this turn I can force the Seeker and the Air to trade and him to chump block the Vent, and now he's going to have a 1/1 flyer next turn. Or I can play the Gideon and make a 2/2, and knowing that I have this Plains in hand, next turn I'll be able to attack with the Vent and the Gideon and the 2/2 and the Air. So I have 4 attackers. So it's like, now you have to do even more to try to stay alive. So I like Adam's line here. I think now he's in a position where it's really difficult for his opponents win.
I agree with that, actually. See, I was afraid that Wesley was going to actually play a removal spell, play Duress, and then attack for 4 with the Seeker, putting him up to 5. But it seems like that's not how it happened, and Adam seems to be pretty comfortable with how things worked out.
Well, now Wesley's going to Crackling Doom to kill the Gideon and gain 3 life off the Seeker when it blocks.
Well, he's going to want to make sure he stops Adam before he begins combat then, because otherwise the Ferocious is going to trigger. Doesn't seem like he did that, though. Yeah, we're going to blocks, it looks like. But if he does Crackling Doom, Seeker of the Way will have lifelink. He does have Crackling Doom in hand, right?
Yes. I believe that's his final card.
So he knows it's going to be a 3/3.
That will clearly just block the 3/3 instead of the 2. Oh, unless he's going to try to activate it. Yeah. So he's activating to make it a 2/2 to trade with that, and he's Crackling Dooming, give the Seeker +1/+1 lifelink. So he Crackling Dooms to kill the Gideon. Seeker's a 3/3 lifelink. So he's going to gain the 3. Oh, and then Adam's just like, boom,
The
get rid of that
Abzan
guy.
Charm.
You don't gain life. You
Oh
don't
man,
collect
Adam
$200.
was just like, casually play this Plains that I had Oh, I drew Abzan Charm, FYI.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about how he wouldn't have enough mana to do it, and then he just plays the land that gives him exact mana.
Nice job by Adam taking out game 1.
That's Dr. Yurchik. He's not a doctor, I just made that up. But Dr. Doom
He
isn't a
did
doctor
stay
either,
in a Holiday Inn
but
Express
I did
last
stay in a
night.
Holiday Inn. Nice. I'm not actually a doctor.
Now, post-board, Adam has access to Duress, Transgress, Self-Inflicted Wound, Ultimate Price, Rising Miasma, Silk Wrap, Painful Truths, and Wingmate Rock. So Wingmate Rock is a really powerful card against Mardu.
Yeah, I might even bring in Silk Wrap because all of Wesley's creatures are pretty small. Seeker of the Way, Abbott, Hangerback.
Except for Pia and
P and
Kieran.
Kieran is the only one you can't hit, but like
Yeah,
getting
but
rid of a Hangerback Walker,
Yeah.
or even a Seeker of the Way is just great.
Rising Miasma might be a card to consider too. That kind of takes out everything.
Yeah, especially if they have the tokens from from a Hangerback Walker.
Yeah. So we might that's kind of a question mark. That could be a big blowout in Adam's favor if he brings those in. Now from Wesley's side, we have Transgress, Twin Bolt, Self-Inflicted Wound, Ruinous Path, Infinite Obliteration, Painful Truths, Ashcloud Phoenix. So Ashcloud Phoenix might be a card for the Abzan matchup, just trying to beat up on some of the removal spells.
Yeah, and it just gives you it's just a 2-for-1 if they don't exile it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like Ashcloud Phoenix. Actually, someone played it on camera yesterday, and I was mentioning to Kenji how powerful the card is. It's just like a 4-power flyer for 4 mana. It's a 2-for-1. If it dies, you get another guy back. You have the potential to flip it again, which deals damage and makes it another flyer. Like it's a very versatile card. You can even play it for 3 if you just happen to need to.
And Ruinous Path is a way to deal with Siege Rhino and Gideon, so that might also come in.
So this is the matchup between Eric Flickinger and Jasper Johnson Epstein on the right.
Yep. So we have Rally versus Atarka Red.
So we saw this matchup yesterday before you were helping us out, and I'm not sure. The 4-color, I believe the 4-color Rally deck ended up winning. Like the Atarka Red fell a little flat, and Rally just managed to persist through everything. They just kept putting guys on the board, kept gaining incremental life. So in general, who do you think is the more favored in this matchup?
Well, the Atarka Red is much more punishing, but the 4-color Rally is more powerful once it gets going.
Mm-hmm.
So if, say, Eric can set up his things, like set up the Jace, which is really hard to flip against a deck full of wild slashes. But then he also has Zulaport Cutthroat to kind of get out of burn range if Jasper can't close the door. So if Jasper can't close the door, then things are going to start inching more and more and more in favor of the Rally deck. But all things considered, I have to go with the Atarka Red as being the favorite, because just like things have to go right for the Rally deck.
Right. So we're just waiting on Adam, Yurchik, and Leslie C on the back table. See, they're in the middle of shuffling and sideboarding and whatnot, so we'll bring that match back in a second. But
yeah, Randy Bueller's Super League, the Standard Super League.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching Li Shitian play against Paul Rietzel, and Li Shitian was saying that he doesn't like the red matchups. He's like, that's the matchup I don't want to face with.
Interesting.
With that,
well, we'll see.
Rally.
We'll definitely see if that comes to pass. Jasper Johnson Epstein is up a game worth noting.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like game 1 did potentially break the way you laid it out for us. There's a lot of shuffling going on. So many fetch lands in Standard.
This is an interesting back and forth. Jasper shuffles, Eric shuffles, Jasper shuffles, Eric shuffles.
Jasper picks up his
And
deck.
it's all Jasper's deck. They just both wanted to shuffle it twice.
Well, you want to make sure it's sufficiently randomized.
That's true. Maybe they should have brought it over here. Have you shuffle it?
Yeah, I
for
can
him?
shuffle it too. You can give it a hand. You can give it a shot too if you'd like.
Yeah.
So taking 3, going to 19. Arishan Cleric, not long for this world, although he did leave a little gift, a little parting gift.
Little healing salve.
Yeah, there you go, buddy. Remember when healing salve, like, for 1 more mana, you get a 1/3 out of it. That's a good deal.
Yep. And it's an even better deal once you cast Abzan Rally.
Yes, correct. What's Abzan Rally?
Rally the
Ancestors?
Rhinos or something. I don't know.
Craig's like, I have no idea. There's other colors but white in
Now,
that deck. I don't approve.
now granted, yeah, it is a white card. I should know what it does, but it's a combo card.
It's not a real. It's not really a white card.
Yeah, that's
It's
like saying
barely.
Tarmogoyf's a green creature.
Right, exactly. It's pretty much a blue creature. Come on,
Yeah.
let's be real.
It's like Serendib free from Revised.
That's actually a green creature and a blue creature at the same time.
So Jasper off to a reasonably quick start, but Eric with the tools to stave off that initial onslaught. And now there's the card we were talking about, Zulaport Cutthroat.
Yeah, that guy's definitely pretty good. And now he can sack the Elvish Visionary.
Yep.
Bounce the Zurgo. Interesting. Does he sack the Sidisi's Faithful?
Well, we're going to see a Wild
he's
Slash
gonna
in
Wild Slash
response
in
here.
response.
Yeah, so he doesn't gain the extra life.
Yeah, well done there. That was getting that Zulaport Cutthroat off the board is pretty relevant. That guy's not what you want to see against the red deck. Just the incremental life gain is very good. He's like, okay, I won't sacrifice anything now. I'm satisfied with 2 blockers. Fortunately, Elvish Visionary can't even take down like a Monastery Swift Spear. He's a very passive gentleman. He has no real fighting power here. Is he going to attack? Super aggro? Oh, yeah, he is. Okay, he is going to exploit and bounce the Zurgo. That elf was not long for this world.
Yeah, well, Jasper's okay with that exchange, I think.
Snap block.
Of course.
Which of the Monastery Swift Spears do you block this turn, do you think?
The one on the right.
Okay. So a little disagreement there with Eric.
Well, you know, he's under the camera. It's pressure.
There's a lot
Got
of
to him,
pressure.
maybe.
Yeah, you just picked the wrong one. It's fine.
So now Catacomb Sifter, that's going to make it really difficult for Jasper to attack because it'll just eat the Zurgo, and now the CDC's Faithful is threatening to block the Monastery Swift Spear. So Jasper will be essentially sacrificing the Zurgo just to get one of the Swift Spears through.
Just to get like a point or two in.
Yeah,
depending
and
on if he
that's
casts a spell.
assuming Eric doesn't trump the other one with the Scion. So he might just be trading the Scion for the Zurgo, which, in addition to just like crippling his board, also gives Eric a scry.
I like a scry.
Yeah, well, Eric is stuck on single white, so he can't cast Rally yet, because Rally's double white, right?
Rally is double white, yes. Double white next. What did you like better, Temples or the new Battle for Zendikar lands?
I mean, they're different. I don't know.
Okay.
So here, interestingly, Eric double blocks the Zurgo to play around Atarka's command. But he
got
had
the
that.
Dispel. It still pumps the Swift Spear, so he does get in 2 points.
So now it doesn't kill the Scion because Jasper put the
Catacomb Sifter.
yeah,
in
the
front
Catacomb
to try to
Sifter
kill that.
first. Yeah, because he assumes that the Atarka's command is going to resolve.
Man, that Dispel was pretty timely then.
Yep.
So actually no creatures lost on Eric Flickinger's side. He traded in Atarka's command, a Zurgo, and 2 life for a Dispel. It's relatively decent there.
Yeah, that's a good trade for Eric.
Still no second white for Eric though. So Rally is not in his future yet.
I showed up with 4 Archangel of Tithes in my 75. I was really hoping to play against Atarka's command.
All right, so we're gonna head on back to the Adam Yurchik and Wesley C matchup to see how they're doing. All right, so Wesley C on the play here, starting with a Nomad Outpost and a Sunken Hollow for Adam.
Now again, this is Mardu on the right versus Abzan on the left.
So only legal target for Adam is the Abzan Charm. He has Anafenza, Den Protector, and a Siege Rhino. Pretty good hand for Adam. He does have a turn 3 play, a turn 4 play, and a turn 5 play if he wants to play Den Protector and flip it.
We've seen a lot of Abzan players just play the Den Protector on turn 2.
Interesting.
Just to apply pressure.
Yeah, I feel like this is a time where you'd kind of want to get back the Abzan Charm though. I feel like in a longer game this is going to be, but it does look like Wesley has a couple self-inflicted wounds. So,
Yeah, right. It could just like,
there's no reason to. There's no way to
so
play around that though.
if Adam somehow knew that that was Wesley's hand, then I think he is more
inclined to play it on two.
Yeah. So, because then it just eats the inflicted wound, and it's like protecting his bigger creatures that he's going to be casting.
Yeah. So unfortunately, like Adam's going to go Anafenza. Wesley's probably going to go self-inflicted wound. Adam's going to go Siege Rhino. Wesley's going to go self-inflicted wound, and that's going to be real sad. But then a Den Protector should resolve if Adam draws the 4th and 5th land. I don't know if he has yet, but. And the other good thing is that self-inflicted wound is a sorcery at least, so at least it's going to take up Wesley's turn. He can't just use it at the end of the turn. Yep. And I imagine a duress is going to come down here. It doesn't look like Wesley hit a 4th land drop though. Oh, he didn't duress either. Interesting. This could be very good for Adam. I don't know why Wesley didn't duress there. He had the extra mana up. Do we know if Adam just drew that Gideon or if he had it in hand?
He didn't have it when Wesley cast it
the
before.
first time, right.
Yeah. So Wesley did not know about it. I guess he assumed Adam was going to cast Siege Rhino this turn, and so he wanted to have another card access in his hand to duress.
He was probably like, you're just going to play Siege Rhino,
yep.
So you're not going to, whatever you draw.
And then next turn I'm going to wound it and still have the mana open to duress it.
Which makes sense.
It was just the perfect turn to draw the Gideon.
Gideon is literally perfect because now he can just sack a 2/2 Knight to the second self-inflicted wound.
Yep. So that was just an extremely good draw step for Adam.
Yeah, I mean, Wesley does have Crackling Doom, but...
There's a heads-up play by Adam to play it instead of the Rhino, too.
I liked it a lot, actually, because it not only gives you self-inflicted wound protection, but it also plays around any other potential duresses he might have in hand. Make a guy. I think you Siege Rhino here, right?
Yeah, it's that point.
Yeah. So I can see Wesley playing self-inflicted. Self-inflicted wound doesn't even do it. You're going to have to Crackling Doom. Probably attack with Secret.
Now Adam's debating whether to play the land because of Culligan's command, I think. But he's probably thinking at this point, if he Culligan's commands have me discard and like deals 2 damage to my creature, I'm so far ahead that like deal, you know?
Yeah, you lose 1 Den Protector, that's fine. And that's Wesley's whole turn.
Yeah. If he didn't have the Warden to follow it up, he probably doesn't. But since he can play out the Warden, that means even if he discards it, he can just pump all that mana into the Warden. So. But now Wesley, he knows about the Den Protector, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
it was
so
in his opening hand. So
he knows that Adam's play next turn is likely going to be Den Protector flip it, or threaten to flip it. So he really wants to get that out of his hand somehow. So if he has access to the Culligan's command, I mean, God, this is a really difficult spot Wesley's in. Like everything was looking great.
It looked like he had answer for your turn 3 drop, answer for your turn 4 drop. The thing is, like, Wesley has a lot of removal in hand, but it's all too slow now, thanks to Gideon just making a second guy for Adam each turn.
Yeah.
Brutal.
These self-inflicted wounds that were just going to look fantastic to kill like Anafenza into Rhino,
and
now it's like they do nothing.
2/2 tokens.
They're negated every turn by Gideon's activation.
Yeah. I mean, and Crackling Doom does kill a Rhino, but I mean, Adam's at a point where you can just play face down Den Protector and either get back Anafenza or the Siege Rhino that dies to Crackling Doom or the Abzan Charm.
Yeah, this is looking real rough.
It's almost a tutor.
Wesley just has like a Duress that doesn't do anything, an Ob Nixilis that he can't cast.
Oh, Adam's just going to make an emblem. And now you can also play Den Protector. It's going to be a 4/3 that can't be blocked, and it can get back the Gideon now.
Yep.
This game's looking pretty good for Adam. Yep, the old...
Adam's making this deck look real good.
He's not doing a poor job at it. Poor Mardu. You had a good chance.
I don't know if it's quite over yet. It's getting there.
You're not wrong, but I don't know if you're right either.
Well, he's going to make some headway with
I think I actually figured out the problem. It's that Wesley has these 2 mismatched basic lands, and that's probably where the bad luck's coming from. See, if only there were 2 betas or 2 unglueds, I think we'd be in better shape here.
So now he's still trading with the token. And he's taking 5. So he's down to 9 plus 3, so he's down to 12.
Now we go Den Protector.
Yep.
And if he doesn't flip it, even it would even live to another Crackling Doom.
Yeah, and he's not going to play this land here to play on the Culligan's Command, I guess. Because he could untap Culligan's Command, the Warden,
Which makes
and have him discard his...
makes total sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam's play. Oh, he is going to play. He lied. You lied to us.
All right, well, you know, what was the thing I promised the land in our stream? Didn't come.
What happened?
Never mind.
I don't know. I want to know. I want to know. So does he have any? He doesn't have any Shambling Winds.
I didn't keep my promise with regards to land.
When was this though?
Never mind.
Oh, okay. I just caught it. Yes. Yes. It was like a Native American reference. Yeah. So what do you get back here if you flip this Den Protector?
Well, I mean, it depends what happens this
Did Wesley draw the Kolaghan's Command this turn?
Yes, looks like he did.
Yeah, that's pretty.
No, you
rough.
probably go after the Gideon. It's either that or the Siege Rhino.
That's unfortunate because Wesley does have the Kolaghan's Command now, so he can just actually shoot the Warden, make him discard whatever he gets back.
Yep.
Oh man, I wish Adam kept that land in hand.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about.
Interesting. I think Adam's still in good shape. Like he still has 6, 7 power on board.
Yeah. But not as good a shape.
Adam's like in response. Shoot this guy, make you discard the Siege Rhino,
Yep.
exactly as you thought.
Discard the Llanowar Waste. Oops. On the battlefield. It's alright, he'll just rip something and win. 7 puts him to 5.
Oh, what's...
And
Jeez.
Fenza. Okay, that's good.
Adam with the non-stop haymakers. This is, yeah.
A tapped 5th land.
Yeah, Wesley does not have what it's going to take here. He's going to sack this guy, and there's still like 9 power on board.
Yep, that's game. Duress and 2 5-drops.
I thought that almost looked like a handshake, but then he's like, well, let me pick this land up first, and then I'll just go back to your turn.
Maybe 1 attack.
Ah, Wesley with 2 5.
F6 through his turn.
Yes, 2 5-minute planeswalkers and a Duress in hand.
Now, if he didn't draw that Anafenza,
that's
then
the end.
he would have taken 3 and gone to 2, and then untapped Obnixilis, kill your guy, and then stabilized at 2.
Oh, it would have taken 4, because he would have had just Den Protector, but Den Protector was a 4/3.
Okay.
So he would have went to 1, but
stabilized at 1.
yeah, theoretically.
So, yeah.
Sure.
Fortunately,
but I think, to be fair, Adam
for
had a lot of live draws there.
Yeah. Good job. At TCG player shirt, Adam Yurchik makes it through the quarterfinals.
We are 1-1 in this matchup.
Yeah, the new ones, not the expired ones you were talking about. Yeah, these ones. The very bottom.
So for sideboard in this matchup, Jasper probably doesn't want Rending Volley, probably doesn't want Roast. He might want Arc Lightning, Boiling Earth, that could be a thing. I've seen him play Chandra a lot. I don't know if he wants that in this matchup.
Let's grab the Eric Flickinger list.
Yep.
Like we did see we did see him bring in Dispel, which is great because you want to be able to counter Teamer Battle Rage.
Irish and Cleric for sure too.
And Become Immense and Atarka's Command.
And Duress can take away most of those cards as well.
That is true. I don't know. I'm never a huge fan of Duress. It's just very narrow. I see it whiff way too often. But it also, in this matchup, it also gets Dragon Fodder and Hordling Outburst, which make it a little more relevant.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever feel when you're doing coverage that you're just like, man, I'm ready to just play in a Magic tournament now?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, this deck looks sweet. I want to be doing this. I want to be playing Gideons. And yeah, I know that feel.
You'd think with as much Magic as I play that I wouldn't feel that way,
Especially
but I'm feeling
because
that way.
you played all day yesterday, too, so.
Yeah, this is true. I could have played
You're not
today.
even 1 day removed from Magic playing. Oh, Jasper did not like his opener. Yeah, you could have played today. There was more events today. There was side events and Modern. Mm-hmm. Or you could have just won. You could have won more rounds yesterday, too.
Yeah, thanks, Frank.
I give you the solid advice, buddy. One day you'll be on my level, bud.
One day, hopefully.
One day, champ.
Appreciate you believing in me, Frank.
I do. You'll make it to the Pro Tour yet.
I hope so.
I got faith in you. So it looks like the dual mulligans here. That's nice. I like it when I have to mulligan and then my opponent's like, you know what? I'll mulligan too, just for you.
Keep it fair.
Yeah, that's nice.
It says that we're in the booth with Frank Lepore and Craig Wesco.
Mhm.
Would you consider this a booth?
Maybe.
I consider it more of like a table and some chairs with a TCG backdrop.
But you got to fancy it up, you know?
Okay.
You got to make it special.
Rashad says it's a booth because it has a monitor.
Oh, like a monitor lizard?
A Gila monster?
I like a good dragon. A Komodo dragon, perhaps?
A Shivan dragon?
A Wumpus. Hunted
Humpus?
Wumpus. Oh boy, this devolved quickly, didn't it?
All right, well, Eric's going to 5.
Oh man. Is Atarka Red going to crush?
Well, Jasper, assuming, is on the play, and he's on 6. He hasn't scryed yet. There's a lot of 6-card hands that this deck will keep that relies on things working out.
Yeah.
So he, as we saw, say, in my feature match, where just like things don't work out, like he keeps a 1-lander or something, just doesn't hit the second land. His deck is obviously pretty good at operating on 1 land, usually. And then Eric's deck can certainly put the pieces together and recover from mulligan to 5 when you start drawing cards with Grim Haruspecs and things like that. So a 6-card hand and a 5-card hand, assuming he keeps this, we could still have a real game.
And a 5-card hand I always consider it a 6-card hand if you're on the draw, because before you make your first action, you're going to have 6 cards. Like, it just kind of makes sense. And he gets the scry too. Man.
Well, there's an Arishan Cleric and 2 lands.
And he's good. He's looking at the
I
top.
don't see
Double
any
scries.
white lands, though. So
And you would be the one to see them.
yeah. He's keeping, though, because he's scrying. Scry me a river. It's my party, and I'll scry if I want to. Scry if I want to.
Oh man. You would scry too.
I would scry too.
Oh man.
If I attacked you for 2.
I was going to say if you mulliganed too.
Well, Jasper already has a Zergo ready to attack for 2.
Well, that's not why he's scrying though. Yeah. Got you.
Oh, he's attacking for 3.
You don't even know what's going on. You're like a 2. No, 3. Oh, cracking in response. I imagine he's going to get Prayer Stream. That's my guess. Boom. Called it. Shot called shot.
Yep. I don't know that he has another untapped land in his hand, though.
It's not, yeah. I mean, he might not. He might be dead already.
Well, he's certainly not dead already, and the Arishan Cleric is going to recoup some of that time.
Okay, yeah, but
And
it's
he's going to block the Zergo.
yeah. He might not be able to play it next turn though. He might have to wait a turn.
Right. But he's certainly still in this game. And if he draws an untapped land,
Nope.
nope.
Oh,
Alright,
just
but
an
he has-
old Sidisi's faithful. Okay.
The old, what is it? The Hatchling.
The Kraken
Kamigawa?
hatchling. Yeah. Oh wait, no, that was
Kraken
in.
Hatchling, yeah.
That's not in Kamikawa though. That was on.
No?
That was in Rise of the Eldrazi.
Was it not a reprint?
No way, man. I mean, it might have a different name. Kraken Hatchling was in Zendikar, and Magic 2013. There might have been an 04 for one in Kamigawa block, but this dude is. Look at that cutie.
Well, Jasper is continuing to apply pressure, getting in for 2 damage, and putting more creatures on the board. Now, Eric's going to have a pretty good follow-up, though, too, with the Cleric to recoup that life, and to be able to block a Goblin token and kill it. So he's going to be able to block a Zergo and a token, unless Jasper has the Atarka's command to kind of blow that up.
Prowess is an interesting mechanic. It
He
kind of
is
says,
not.
play your cards before combat.
It looks like that's an Arc Lightning.
That's statistically a thing that is not encouraged. Usually you want to save all your spells and creatures for post-combat.
Now it looks like Trevor on Abzan, sounds like he won his match in 3 games. So we have Trevor advancing, we have Adam Yurchik advancing.
Is that 2 Abzans?
That is correct.
Dueling Abzans.
And now we're waiting on
And
Jasper and Eric.
Adam was on this side of the bracket, so Adam's going to play the winner of this match.
Okay.
No, that's not true. This was on the left side. Adam was going to play whatever the 4-color. There was a 4-color rally mirror match.
Yep.
And Adam was going to play the winner of
Yep.
that. So
This is correct. This match will play Abzan next round. Winner of this match. Not Adam Yurchik, Trevor Petrilli. And you'll be back in the booth with Kenji for that?
I think that's you and Kenji, and I'll be back with Kenji in the finals
Oh, okay.
because me and Kenji are going to wrap it up.
Silk Wrap.
Silk wrap it up. That's the most comfortable removal spell ever. Rashad once again echoes pacifism. Oh, you don't want to kill the butterfly. So Jasper Johnson Epstein.
Jefferson Einstein.
Jasper Johnson Epstein, Jefferson Einstein probably would not mind having an Atarka's command at this point. That's interesting. Ah, so he wanted to kill that guy. He just played the Theme of Battle Rage to give himself spell mastery, so he can kill the Arishan cleric, and also now Zergo will kill.
Well, he's going to block the 3/4.
The 3/4, right? And then but he's going to
Monster.
take 6, go to 11.
Yeah, correct. That is the idea. And then he'll crack the Flooded Strand and go to 10 at some point.
It's actually not a terrible turn for Jasper Johnson Epstein.
Yeah, but Eric is really making a game of this, though.
He's holding on.
Now he has access to Nantuko Husk.
Old Husky?
Yep.
That's what I like to call him. The old Huskarino. Husker do.
Isn't that a sign when you buy blue jeans? There's like the slim, and there's the husky, the Nantuko.
I don't know if that's just jeans. I think that might be any clothing. You can always buy Husky.
Okay. Well, he drew Elvish Visionary as well, and he hit his land drop.
Look at all these nerds coming up the ground. Got the 0-4 and
Jasper's hoping for an Atarka's command.
I already said that.
Is that a?
That's an Abbot of Carol Keep. He can drop
Okay.
that dude, maybe hit a land.
It's a risk, but yeah.
The unfortunate thing is if he does hit the Atarka's command that he's looking for, he can't even cast that guy.
Right, and he does have the Arc Lightning. He might just.
Oh, that would be good.
So, yeah, he can kill off the Visionary and deal 2 to Eric, or he could attack first, trade off a Goblin token for the Visionary, put 2 damage on the Sidisi, and then, yeah, or you could just do this.
Oh, it's
Chandra.
Chandra. She's never going to see the light of day.
Swing and a miss.
See, the Arc Lightning play where you kill Elvish Visionary and then attack, Eric would have actually taken 6 from creatures, 4 for creatures, and 2 from the Arc Lightning, putting him to 4, which is actually pretty dangerous. That gives Johnson Epstein a lot of outs.
Mm-hmm. But now this line also adds another creature to the board, a
That's
prowess
true.
creature.
Yeah, without drawing anything that's going to affect the board, Eric might be in some trouble here. Of course, a rally for 2 is not terrible. Getting back Elvish Mystic, Arishan Cleric to block, drawing him a card, and gaining 3 life.
Mm-hmm.
I've definitely seen worse plays.
Jasper's really kind of navigated himself into a pretty reasonable board position, given the type of cards that Eric's been drawing. I mean, Eric wants to have Sidisi's Faithful, Irish and Cleric, Elvish Visionary, these are all kind of the cards he wants to see in the early turns against Jasper. He still has that Urza's Saga Arc Lightning in hand.
Oh, is it an old school one?
I think so.
Nice.
I think that's what it is.
Get that. Get the Atarka Red one out of here.
Nah, you don't need that garbage.
We're old school, buddy. Look, he's got these old Goblin tokens too, which is nice. Unfortunately, Eric does not agree, and he plays this modern Magic Origins in a Tuco Husk instead of an Onslaught version. But you know, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. We'll see who wins the match.
I always, and that will determine who was right and who was wrong. I always like to play old bordered cards when I'm able to.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes me feel a little better than everyone else. I'm just like, I'm better than you, right? No, I'm just kidding. It does make me feel a little fancy, though. That's such a nerd supremacy thing. They're like, I'm clearly cooler than you for playing old school lands and cards.
So here, Jasper, I think he's just trying to burn him out with the Arc Lightning at this point.
I mean, it's definitely a legitimate thing he can do. He is missing prowess triggers, which is the only problem I have with it. Like if he wants to play it post-combat, is what I mean.
Yep. Well, here Eric is offering the trade with the Husk on the Abbot, taking 3, going to 4, blocking Zergo. Okay, no, he's sacrificing to keep the Husk,
which is probably much better. If you got to keep one of the two, I think you're going to keep the Husk.
I guess it's to give him Rally as a good draw, assuming he doesn't have it in his hand.
Murderous Cut? Yeah, that's what I figured. So, before damage, maybe?
No, I think he was waiting because if it's Atarka.
Yeah, if you had, if you had Temur Battle Rage, you would have been dead. You would have taken 2 more from a Monastery, 3 more from a Monastery Swift Spear.
Yeah. So here he's exiling all the cards that don't particularly matter. Was that a Rally in his hand?
I'm not sure.
If it is, that could be huge. Because Jasper only being able to put him to 4 means that Eric's going to gain 3 life off the Cleric, go to 7, draw a card off the Visionary, be able to block Jasper's entire team.
And then kill one of them with Nantuko Husk.
Yes.
And the Irish and Cleric single-handedly negates the Arc Lightning that Jasper Johnson Abzan has in hand.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, this Jasper's making this close, but Eric's hanging in there. Looks like Jasper drew a Mountain, so he has Mountain and Arc Lightning as he increases the velocity of his hand shuffle.
The velocity, hand shuffle velocity. There's a direct correlation between hand shuffle velocity and discomfort from being about to lose a match.
This is a tough spot. Jasper's like, what do I do here?
I mean, he's got a lot of decisions. He has a lot of things to play around. Like knowing your opponent could have Rally, and
I think he just said go.
There it is.
Rally for 2. Yep. Go to 7, draw a card.
That's another Irish and Cleric. And I would, sack these 2 guys. Now he gets to attack with Nantuko Husk.
So that was on end step, right? And it's a trigger at end of turn?
No, it's a trigger during your next upkeep.
Okay. Well, there's the Collected Company. There's another Cleric.
Yeah.
Wow.
He drew that off the Elvish Visionary.
Okay.
Now we got a game.
Yep. So now he has access to Murderous Cut if he sacks the Visionary and exiles his whole graveyard.
It's funny. You see he didn't play the Irish and Cleric here.
Right, so that he could Murderous Cut.
Yeah, because even if he has 3 guys for Jasper's 3 guys, if Jasper suddenly draws into become immense team or Battle Rage, he's just dead. So he's literally playing to not lose here, which is great.
Yeah. Because he knows that the Cleric or the Collected Company is going to get him outside of burn range or any card other than Become Immense. So he wants to play around Become Immense this turn, and then next turn he's in a position to, I guess, play around. Well, now he's getting into territory where, like, Atarka's command could also be a relevant thing. Just +2 or +1 to all my guys and 3 damage. Just going to go ahead and cut, exiling his graveyard, which is a big deal for this deck.
Yeah, it is a big deal, especially when he works so hard to get that Arishan Cleric and the Elvish Visionary in there.
But now he's on the Collected Company plan, I think.
Nope.
Nope, never mind.
And he's just going to sack the other token to
Yep.
get an Arishan Cleric.
He's going to scry, and then he's going to gain 3 life.
Interesting. He still dies to become Immense Team of Outrage here. I don't know why he fired off that Murderous cut. That seemed a
Well,
little,
both.
little
Before
preemptive.
if he had tapped out the previous turn, he would have died to just Become Immense.
Okay, so he was playing.
Now he
now he
can
has
die
4
to
to 4,
both,
so he has to have both. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
but he's not going to die to just the Become Immense. And I mean, he can't just sit there with mana untapped every turn and keep giving Jasper more and more draw steps. And he wants to fire off this Collected Company next turn. So this is the window where he's like, okay, now you have to have both pieces this turn.
I have to empty my hand here, otherwise I'm never going to
Or
play
it's
these
just going to go
creatures.
downhill for the rest of this game.
Right.
Is basically what he's saying. And Jasper's like, nope, found a land.
Oh, having to pass back, so brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't actually like Atarka Red as a deck. I don't think it's. I've lost to it when I'm at 18 life, and I have blockers for its 2 creatures, and it just wasn't fun. But like, I still don't know if 4-color rallies even is more fair of a deck. So these are both decks capable of very powerful things.
I like it. I like having a good mono red aggro deck in the format that anyone can play if they want to. And it keeps the other decks honest. Like if you start giving up too much value, like the Ugin ramp decks, where it's just like, well, I'm just going to keep going over the top of all the other mid range decks, all the Abzan decks.
You
And
gotta
it's
have
like, well,
something that keeps it in
someone's
check.
going to punish them,
Yeah.
and it's the red decks right now. And here I am playing Archangel of Tides, so you know I'm not unhappy about having a Atarka Red in the format.
Yeah, I mean, like that's actually a great card against this deck because
the
they
best
have to.
card.
Yeah, it's like basically a Ghostly Prison, right?
Yeah,
Oh, here we go, Collected Company. Let's see what we hit.
looks like end step.
Cities,
Six.
Faithful,
All right.
and Academy.
It wasn't. It was not a great Collected Company.
Yeah, I think there's another Nantuko Husk in there, but
So he's gonna maybe bounce a token.
I might have taken an Nantuko
he's a
Husk
scry.
instead of the Sidisi's Faithful, just to have 2 guys to start getting in there with.
He wants to scry as well. So he's bouncing a token with CDC's Faithful, scrying because he sacked the thing.
Ooh, he
Now he's
kept it
gonna
on
keep it
top.
there,
That's
yeah.
got to be a little scary if you're Jasper Johnson Epstein. Jefferson.
Because he had another
Einstein.
scry in the stack too, which means like it had to be a really good card.
It looked like a rally.
It was a white card. It was either that or a cleric. Either way, he's gonna keep it.
You just got to chump block this guy or else you're dead.
Yeah. Jasper's just like, what do I do? How do I mount something?
Yeah, it's definitely a rally.
Yeah.
You can tell his rally has like an orange tint to the art.
Well, there's nothing in the graveyard yet, but there are 5 creatures that
he can-
potentially
he
go
can
to the
make it.
graveyard. Yep.
Man, all these lands for Jasper Johnson Epstein. Where's the justice?
It's only 5.
That's a lot for the red deck.
Yeah. 10, that's a lot of life total for the red deck's opponent.
Yes.
That's the thing he's more concerned
There's a lot of
with
high
right
numbers
now.
in this matchup so far.
Yep. And he's about to gain 3 more off of that cleric that's in play that's about to be rallied back.
Right.
So at some point, maybe not right now. I
By
don't know when
doing-
he's going to fire this off, but
By doing that, Eric gets another trigger from
kinda
CDC's
in the bank.
Faithful. He gets 2 more Scions.
a
He
bunch
gets
of scries.
a car. Yeah, he gets like a million benefits.
Another mountain.
I will tuck this mountain under the rest.
I've been saying it for I think maybe a decade now or more. The card that the red deck, just like the worst thing they could possibly draw in most scenarios, is just mountain.
Yes, that's
Where
true.
it's just like, well, I was playing the mono red deck and I got my opponent into burn range and I top deck for the win. Nope, mountain.
Yeah, it's the only thing you'll draw that isn't gas in the deck. Like it's
Yeah.
very interesting that way.
Looks like he did draw Atarka's command though, but it's
But
a
with
little
only
late.
one Zergo, it's not really the card it was a few turns ago when he had Swift Spear and multiple dragons,
Yep.
or well, goblins.
Yeah, Jasper's in a really difficult
This is
spot.
rough.
I would be thoroughly impressed if he pulled this one out.
I mean, it's just
Block
like-
with everyone. I like the play.
Oh, here you go. All these guys in front. You order them. If you happen to have become immense Team of Battle Rage, get through that. I would look at these 5 guys and I would shake his hand. I'd be like, okay, deal. You called him a bluff. That's 14 toughness right there. So
Jasper's just sucking up those last few minutes of camera time.
I'll be honest with you. I'll order them like this.
He's like, I could kill your Elvish Visionary, I guess. I mean, it wasn't blocking, so. Put Catacomb Sifter first, so it has 2 damage on it. I was going to Arc Lightning. 1 damage, 1 damage, 1 damage. So 1 to the Visionary, 1 to the Catacomb Sifter, 1 to you.
And probably.
Which is interesting, because now we can just sacrifice it, which I guess doesn't matter.
Yeah, if
The,
he's gonna get the scry either way. So
yeah. So he gets to scry as many times as he wants, basically. Once, twice, then he's going to get a 3rd scry, and he doesn't want it. He'll keep what he has. Jasper says go. Now, Eric could do it all on his end step, I think. But he'd rather just draw this card that he put on top. There's basically no way Eric can lose this game at this point.
yeah, he just has way too many options right now. He has too many cards he can get back, too many cards he can go through, too much life he can gain. And Jasper actually has nothing on board. Obviously sack. And I think he
7.
might rally here, maybe?
Scry. Well, so far it's 7.
Yep, it's
8.
looking like it. Yeah. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, that's way more than needed. So he puts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Can
7.
he Teamer Battle Rage then Antuco Husk?
That's a oh, he's gonna prevent him from gaining life, I think.
Yep.
But that's not gonna do it.
Yeah, that's not the part that's killing you, Jasper.
Nice. All right, that was it.
That was close. Jasper had a couple of turns where he just needed a burn spell, got him down to 4 life, and was holding the Arc Lightning in hand.
So it looks like we're gonna have 2 Abzans and 2 4-color rally decks in the top 4. Interesting, interesting. So Atarka Red, it did make it to the top 8, but it did not make it out of the top 8.
That's correct.
Yep. And we have Josh McClain on the back seat, playing against Gregory Schaefer. So we have, looks like we're in game 3 here as well. We're gonna get those decks changed in a second. They're both 4-color rally decks. And Gregory Schaefer with the Anafenza. I don't think Josh McClain and John Stern had access to the Anafenzas this weekend. They literally lamented not having them because they were like, these are great in the mirror match. And it looks like Gregory Schaefer is noticing this.
Yeah, tied 1-1. Josh was tearing up this tournament for, went undefeated yesterday.
Yeah, Gregor Schaefer's board looks a little bit better than Josh McLean's. Josh does have the active Jace at 9, though.
So what do you think Josh's game plan is here to try to come back from this?
To come back from this? Ugh.
Yeah, to like try to make a game of this, given how far behind he is right here. He has a Jace with 9 counters on it.
It's true, but I don't think you're going to be able to play enough spells in order to make it relevant.
All right, I think that's a good step.
That is a very good start.
And now that turns on his Abzan rally.
You mean Rally the Ancestors?
I'm going to keep calling it that.
Abzan, that's the name of the deck, not the card.
I'm calling it 4-color rally.
I'll call you 4-color Rally. In your articles, it's going to be your new name. And this week, 4-color Rally talks about mono white. What? That doesn't even make any sense. He brought this on himself, ladies and gentlemen. No, he does
So
have
it looks
rally.
like Josh is rallying for 2.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot because of the Anafenza. Bounce the Nantugo Husk. Bounce the old Husky. The old Husker do. Back to the hand. So many Jaces. Look, they both have active Jace, unflipped Jace. Yep, bounce the Zulaport cut through it. All right.
So is he going to try to go off here
I don't.
somehow?
17 life is a little high.
Because now, like, he can buy back the rally. Reaches for a Jacob Wilson instead of a Jace for Prodigy.
They're very similar. They're both young planeswalkers.
It's true.
One thing one of the early versions of this deck was having was Rogue's Passage, which would give like Nantuko Husk unblockability.
I probably don't want to activate that yet. Probably want to do something with my other Jace first.
He disagreed. He's like, nope, I'll do it.
He's just
I was
sacrificing
just sacking it to the Nantuko Husk, sure. Yeah, it was just going to die to the Rally the Ancestors trigger anyway during upkeep.
Now, interestingly enough, if, let's say, he didn't already have a Jace in play, he could just tap the Jace, flip it, and he gets permanently the flip Jace.
Yeah, because it's a different card.
Yep, and then he can use it that same turn because it's the upkeep. So it's an interesting interaction this deck has.
Oh, he's just going to chump block with this little Scion token and then get a scry out of it.
Josh McLean loves these kind of, he has been known for Birthing Pod.
Yeah.
All these decks with all these options. Like these
Tons of creatures entering play and leaving play.
Yep. Sacrificing things.
Yeah, it's true. This is a very Josh McLean deck, actually. This is like the standard version of Birthing Pod.
Yep. He's counting his opponent's library.
Oh, he's like, can I mill you out with Jace?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Are we going to see a Jace ultimate? Is that how Josh is going to get back into
Are we
this
going
game?
to get an emblem and then see him play like 14 spells? It's Jace is top 5, right?
Yep.
I mean, that's not nothing.
Nope.
Just a boring old flashback.
Not even flashback.
Oh, just a plus.
Upstairs. Nope.
Nope. He's changed his mind. He's like, I'll figure.
Not doing anything yet.
Yep, just going up.
All right, there we go.
Interesting. We could have made an emblem that turn and milled him for 5. Do you really want to mill this deck though?
That's probably what he was thinking about.
Yeah, like milling this deck is kind of scary.
Yeah. Because you might just be sealing your own fate.
I'll rally for 2. Oh, 15 creatures came back.
Yeah.
What have I done?
If he's going to Ultimate Jace, this is not the matchup to do it unless you're going to kill them that same turn for sure. I think,
Okay.
for the reasons that you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a scary. It's a
Yeah,
scary
you're,
deck to get cards
you're
in the
just
graveyard.
making it, yeah, worse and
You're
worse and worse.
you're
for
almost
yourself.
giving them inevitability if you have if they have a rally of some sort. Oh, the double cutthroat and the husk. That's pretty good.
Playing cutthroat magic here. So now Gregory is in an interesting spot where he's holding the rally, right? And he can rally back the Anafenza, but he can't get it to stick around.
Yeah, there's no way to get it to stay. I don't.
Unless he can bounce it.
Does he have the rally in hand?
I think so.
Can he just win here with double Zulaport cutthroat on the board?
You're saying next turn?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Because Josh is at 12.
Yeah, that's not a
So
lot.
now Josh has to figure out, now that he's facing down Husk, double cutthroat, is there a way for me to beat rally on Gregory's next turn?
I don't think so.
Well, he does have his own rally, which is
Yeah.
the card to do. He could rally and he could flash it
But his
back
graveyard's
with Jace.
Pretty rough.
Yeah.
I mean, he can gain some life this turn, but you know, even if he flashes back the rally, he's going to end the turn with like no cards in play.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Gregory cares about the Nantuko Husk in this game. He just really wants to bring back like 6 creatures, sacrifice them all to Husk, rally, and then do it again. He also has a Jace.
Evolving Wilds is not exactly the card he was hoping for.
It's not exciting. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Josh just doesn't really have a lot of cards to work with. Gregory has just way more cards.
Especially in the graveyard. That's surprisingly
That's
the most
zone,
relevant part. Yeah.
Because of Anafenza.
Of
was
course,
on Gregory's
yeah.
side for a while.
Which made all the difference. And like I said, John Stern was like, we should have put Anafenza in the sideboard for the mirror match. And it looks like it's actually made a big difference in this matchup.
So we can't see Josh's exiled pile. It's off the screen.
That's where I like to keep my exiled pile too.
Off screen, out of mind.
Yep, out of screen, out of mind, buddy. Oh, Collected Company for Gregory in hand. I didn't notice that one. Oh, so he has like Collected Company and Rally. That's pretty good. If he drew a land, he could actually Collected Company and Rally for 2. Rallying for 3 might be better, but I mean, it just gives him a lot of options. Oh, he could also just Collected Company end of turn. I think this has to be the last turn, right? He's got so many options here. Gregory has 31 cards in his deck, Rashad says.
So it's hard to see his graveyard.
Looks like an Anafenza, Jace. There's a Jace Vryn's Prodigy in there, an Nantuko Husk,
Does he have a Grim Haruspex? No, that's an Nantuko Husk. It's the black card. So he doesn't actually have that many creatures in his graveyard, right? Collected Company.
So Jace, there is a Jace emblem on Josh McClain's side of the board. So.
Oh, he did it.
Yeah, Josh.
We at least get to see him ultimate Jace.
Josh is going for it.
Yep.
31 cards in Gregory's deck apparently, so that's about 6 spells.
He does have his own Cutthroat, so he's able to at least negate one of those. Sort of. Assuming he can get his own little thing going with his rally. Okay, so Sidisi's Faithful resolves, drains for 1.
And this is a grindy match. Oh man, this mirror match is brutal.
Where are we? Are we in Gregory's main phase?
It's hard to keep up here. I think
That's
we
what I
are because
thought.
I imagine he's
But like, where
attacking.
did I just miss that Josh emblemed on his turn, Jace?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, they were just all right. So now Josh has to assume he has to block here.
Yep. Gregor has to sacrifice something, which is fine because he has rally in hand anyway. Sack this Jace. You take 2, you go to 8. I'm pretty sure you can just play rally here and kill him. Scry this card to the top. Oh, all right, well, he liked it. He liked it.
Johnny liked it.
That guy's gone. I thought it was Mikey.
I don't know.
Okay. Josh at 9 because he gained 1 from his own Zulaport Cutthroat. Round and round we go. Gregor, I'm pretty sure you can end this here. I think you can.
Well, he might be trying to play around like a counter spell.
Yeah, like a dispel.
Because he can win at instant speed, so there's no pressure to just go ahead and do it, right?
Yeah, I guess that's true, but I don't see Josh tapping
He's giving
out
him a
anything.
draw step though.
Josh also has a rally in hand, looks like.
And if Josh just ultimated Jace, and his plan is to deck you, that rally goes even higher up in value.
Yeah.
Sure, my Catacomb Sifter is an 0-3. Got me.
He'll never attack again. Man, this is a lot of mana for Josh, but not a lot of board presence.
Trying to animate his dual lands.
I feel like if Josh ever goes for rally here, Gregory just responds by rallying.
Yep.
I will rally fast. Oh, and he also mills him for 5 here. Oh man. Josh's like, I don't know what even to do here. Yep, mill you for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a Grim Haruspex,
Yeah.
a CDC's Faithful, and a Jace.
And there's the Dispel too, so
Josh
that
is
would
like,
have
okay.
been an auto win if he draws it.
Yeah, we actually want to see
Huh.
Gregory's Dispel milled because that might encourage Josh to play his rally, which then encourages Gregory to play his. So the Dispel is actually a pretty bad sign for Josh.
Is that, oh, he drew another rally.
He has
though.
double rally now.
Does he have 4 white? No, he doesn't have 4 white. So he's trying to have Collected Company and rally, I think, and he's 1 off from that.
Yes, correct. Okay, there it is. He rallied and then rallied in response. Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's what he did. He.
Oof. Man, what a game. That was.
All right. So who would have thought Abzan rally, or 4-color rally would have won that match?